What's going on, guys? It's Max24, and November is officially over. We have now entered the last month of the year, and with a new month means a new haul video. This series of videos where I show you all of the movies, video games, and pop figures that I bought in that last month. Before I talk to you about all the movies I bought in November, please like, comment, subscribe, tell friends, and all others, other friends of us YouTubers, tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. I have some Twitter and TikTok, and on Facebook, barely on Instagram. Follow me on subscribe to be here. And with that, let's get into my monthly haul video. So this month, I bought a lot of things because it was Black Friday, and I was like, hey, I might as well spend money. And I also got a new full-time job, so I got new paychecks. I didn't want to just sit in the bank account. I was like, no, this money needs to become physical objects, so that is what it became. Maybe a little too much, but that's okay. That's fine. Future Max can worry about that. But as far as books and video games, I don't believe I really picked up many physical ones, but I picked up a lot of movies. So we're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing that I picked up, this is an upgrade / change in the format. I got the 4 Hunger Games movies in Steelbook. This is a Steelbook collection. I bought this immediately after seeing the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I was like, I love me some Hunger Games. I don't have them in Steelbook, and they just restocked the Steelbook, and Best Buy had it on sale, and these Steelbooks are beautiful. Let's see if I can get one out. That's the backside. Just look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. And when you put them all next to each other, it makes the map of the world. So this is just, I love Hunger Games. I love this collection, and I can't wait to get Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on Blu-ray when that comes out. That'll probably be a little bit though, but that's okay. I'm okay with waiting. Then I picked up Sandman. I was very surprised that Sandman got a physical release, but I was so happy that it did. For those of you who don't know, Sandman was a Netflix show that came out last year, 2 years ago, something like that. It's a DC project on Netflix, and it follows the Sandman, this guy, and he's all about dreaming, the dreamer. I think his name was Dream, yeah, but he's just going on like doing things, and things are happening, the world's falling apart, all this stuff. It's great. All right, it's very fun, quality watch. The acting's strong, everything about it. I cannot wait for season 2. I'm so glad that they released this on physical. Now, I wish they did a little bit more with the packaging, at least give me a slipcover, but I'll take what I can get, okay? Then I got Training Day. I picked this up on 4K on Black Friday. I've actually never seen this, but it's a classic, and it was $10, and I was like, $10 is $10, okay? I'm willing to add a movie to my collection for $10 and then watch it at some point. And my dad was also like, you need this. This needs to go on your shelf. So now it's going to be on my shelf. So let me know if it's good. Let me know if it's worth it. Then I picked up Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon, another movie I have not seen, and another movie that was $10, and another movie that my dad was like, you don't have this? What's wrong with you? You gotta take this. So now I have it. Let me know if this one's good too. I mean, it's martial arts movie, all right? It's probably a quality time, and the packaging looks pretty nice, so I'm excited to check it out. Then I got National Lampoon's Vacation, not Christmas Vacation. This is just Vacation. It's a funny movie. It's a quality movie, all right? Some great laughs, some iconic scenes. I loved watching this when I first watched it when I was younger. I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't know if it holds up. We'll have to see. Let me know if it doesn't, but I'm still excited to pop this in. And 4K, it probably looks good. Then I got James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause, another movie I have not seen, but another movie that my dad was like, you need this on your shelf. So I'm not one to pass up putting movies on my shelf. So here we go. I've heard good things. I mean, this is also just a classic. People love it, and I'll have to watch it. I mean, with this nice new packaging and 4K, it looks like it's going to be phenomenal. Then I picked up Megan. For those of you who don't know, Megan is like a slasher that came out earlier this year. Did it come out last year? I think it was earlier this year. But yeah, it's a slasher about a robotic doll. It's good. I would never say it's, oh my gosh, the best thing ever. I would never be like, oh my gosh, I am Megan fever. Give me all the Megan content. But it's a good watch. It's a fun watch, all right, if you're into slashers and things like that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of wild. I mean, it's PG-13, so they're also really playing it safe with some parts, but yeah, it also comes with the unrated version. I have not seen the unrated version, so I don't know how different it is. I'm assuming not that different, but maybe a few more blood splatters or something, but we'll see. And they're making a sequel. I don't really know if I'm necessarily on board with the sequel. I'm not really like, oh my gosh, I need more Megan in my life, but for a first movie, it was quality, so we'll see what they do with it. Then I got the Ultimate Cut of Watchmen. This is the Zack Snyder, I believe it's Zack Snyder, right? So yeah, this is Zack Snyder's Watchmen. This is an adaptation of the comic. I never loved this movie. However, I loved the TV show, and the TV show is kind of like a quasi sequel to this. And that TV show was just so good. So I'm excited to add this, and then I have to get the TV show still. But that's like the complete series. I mean, the Watchmen TV show is kind of like an adaptation, but also a quasi sequel. This one is like more of an adaptation, but it also takes some liberties. And I never loved this movie. I've never loved a Zack Snyder movie to begin with. I didn't really love this one, but I'm still happy to add it to my collection, and it's a nice package. I wish it had a slipcover though. Then I got Battlestar Galactica. This is not the TV show. This is the movie, and the movie is alright. It's alright. It's not going to win any awards. It's not necessarily a blowing away type of, sci-fi movie that I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love this. It's not. The TV show has leagues better. There's a reason that people don't really talk about the movie. But since I'm going to be adding the TV show to my collection, I might as well pick this up. And it was like $5, so you can't go wrong with a $5 movie. Now I gotta get some space on this desk. Alright, then I picked up Pinocchio. This is a classic Disney animated movie. If you don't know what Pinocchio is, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, it's Pinocchio. And this is better than the live action version. Well, one of the live action versions. There was 3 live action three Pinocchio projects last year. Or was it this year? Time's flying, but that was weird. Why did we need that many Pinocchio? But yeah, this one, it's a quality classic movie. When you put it on, you understand why. Sure, maybe some parts are a little, dated, but overall, really worth the watch. Then I got Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin has so much heart. It's kind of like the Hook, but Winnie the Pooh. All right, if you don't know what Hook is like an older Hook is like an older Peter Pan, dealing with the real world and discovering who he is again. This is dealing with an older Christopher Robin and him, returning to the world of Winnie the Pooh and company. And it's got so much heart. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but if you're looking for a movie like that, this will give you all the feels. It might make you cry, and Ewan McGregor is always great in everything he does. So then I picked up the first 3 Ice Age movies. I'm trying to get all the Ice Age movies. There's only 5 of them. Now, this series, I like the first one. This is the first one. I like the first one. I like the second one. Third one is where they kind of lost me. By the fourth one, I was too old for this. So, these movies are hit or miss. You either like them or you don't. And I really fell off too, but it's like the only thing that Blue Sky had going for them, because nothing else really became a hit like they wanted it to. So, but I like collecting animated movies, and I was gonna add it to I might as well add it to my collection, because even if I didn't like the later ones, this one was still influential on my life, because I remember putting it on so much, and my parents probably got really annoyed by that. But yeah, and Blue Sky's out of business now, so I feel bad, but I'm excited to check these out again. They probably don't even hold up. The first one probably doesn't even hold up like I thought it did. I'm watching some of the clips online. The animation is so ugly, but we'll see. Then I picked up Raya and the Last Dragon. This movie got a lot of hate for some reason. I don't understand why. It's a fun fantasy flick by Disney, okay? Is it their best movie ever made? No. Definitely not. But it's still a quality entry into their franchise. And yeah, it's not a musical either. I would have liked it to be a little bit more musical. But the animation's beautiful. The story's interesting. And just everything about it. It's just fun to watch, all right? It's just, yeah. If you skipped out on this one because you were like, oh, I don't want to watch. Oh, I'm too cool for that. Or you read like some social media thing and people said it was bad. Don't believe them. It's quality. It's a good one. It definitely deserves at least one watch. Then I picked up arguably the best movie of the year, and that is Oppenheimer in Steelbook. This Steelbook is beautiful, embossed letters and everything. Oppenheimer was so freaking good. All right, I was blown away. I went into thinking, hey, a 3-hour biopic made by Christopher Nolan. Sure, it could be good, but how good can it be? And oh my God, I was pleasantly surprised. Seriously, this film is so good, and it did not feel like 3 hours. Those 3 hours just cruised on by, and I'm so excited to check this out again. And I want to upgrade my setup just for this movie, just to see it in beautiful OLED surround sound, everything, because this movie deserves it. Then I picked up Fargo on 4K. This is a brand new release from Shout Factory. Fargo's just a quality crime movie, kind of a comedy, like dramedy, I'd probably call it. But yeah, this is just a quality film, all right? I just enjoy watching it. The first time I watched it was when I actually went to school in Fargo. My grandma was like, "You never seen it?" And then she sent me a DVD copy. And so now I'm just upgrading it to the 4K copy. And I also want to pick up the TV show. The TV show is really good too. So if you like crime, if you like to laugh, then watch these because they're a good time. Then I picked up Flushed Away. This is a DreamWorks movie that I didn't have. Now there's just one more DreamWorks movie I need, and then I have the entire collection, unless I pick up Spirit too, which I don't really want to do, but I gotta commit. But yeah, this is, I don't really remember watching this one a lot when I was younger. I know this is the one where they get flushed on the toilet, and it's claymation. So, again, it's been a while. I'm going to check it out again to see, what I remember, see if it really rings any bells. Because I think I watched it once when I was little and it just didn't click with me. I was more of a Shrek person, but most people were. That's why this didn't become a franchise and Shrek did. Then I picked up Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This is the latest Mission Impossible movie, and it was fun, all right? Most of these Mission Impossible movies are fun, besides the second one. The second one's just stupid. But these ones are just fun action with some wild stunts and, fun characters, and that's just, they're not, you don't take them too seriously. You just watch Tom Cruise do Tom Cruise things. I don't know why it was a part 1. It should have just been, I don't know why it was marketed as a part 1. And apparently now they're not going to market the second one as a part 2. It's just going to be a different name. So this is just going to look weird on my shelf. Also, the story here wasn't as interesting. I just don't get as invested into evil AI characters as I do like real life characters. So there wasn't really a lot to grow attached to villain-wise. But it was still fun overall. And it's just, if you like action movies, then you should definitely check it out because it's worth at least a watch. But watch the other ones first, because it doesn't make sense to jump into a series at the 7th one. Then I picked up Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is the latest DC movie, and this, it's a movie. I don't know why there was so much buzz about this movie when it came out, because I watched it, and it's an average superhero movie at best. Like, it's just kind of bland. And there's not much here. The villains are weak. The main characters are weak. Everything, it's a fine superhero movie, and I don't regret watching it, but it's okay. Why is this received better than a Shazam 2? Because Shazam 2 is actually funny, but why is this received better than that? Why is this received better than the Marvels? All right, I don't understand. I just don't get it. This movie is not that enjoyable. Maybe you guys love some rabid Blue Beetle fans out there, but it wasn't for me. And then I picked up Highlander. I've never seen Highlander before, but this steelbook's really cool. It was on sale, and also they're apparently doing a reboot starring Henry Cavill, and I was like, hey, I might as well watch where it all began. So I'm excited to check it out. And, my uncle told me the first one's actually a quality, the other ones are not. But yeah, let me know if you've seen Highlander and if it's worth it. Then I picked up. This is oddly. We're gonna fix this stack real quick. Okay. I picked up The Boys season 1 through 3. The Boys is such a quality superhero show. It just kind of it flips the whole superhero narrative to make them the bad guys, and it's a fun watch, and it really hasn't lost steam. And the spinoff was so good too. I just loved The Boys, all right. And Homelander's one of the best villains we have had on screen in a long time, and I'm so glad that Amazon is releasing these in physical media, because I could just having it in my shelf is just I love it. I'm hoping Gen V gets added, and then I'm hoping season 4 gets a Blu-ray release too, but we'll have to wait and see, all right. But yeah, I love this. Cannot wait for season 4 and cannot wait for Gen V season 2. Then I picked up Justice League X Ruby, Hunters and Huntresses Part 2. This is a weird crossover. This one and the Part 1 are a weird crossover, but I'm a Ruby fan, so I was going to give it a chance. And I was like, there's really only way to watch it is to buy it. So, yeah, it's a fine crossover. I don't know why it happened. I don't know what the benefit is for. I don't know for Ruby, the benefit is your next Justice League, and that's really good brand recognition. But for the Justice League, why? And the story is just weird. And I hope it's not canon, because it makes no sense in the Ruby timeline. But that's okay. But yeah, I mean, like, it's something that I watched once and I'm probably never gonna watch again. So then I picked up RWBY Volume 9. This is the latest season of RWBY, and I'm worried might be the last season. This was a fun, refreshing season after some of the downers that were some of the recent seasons. It's just a fun fairy tale world, you know, whimsical. RWBY's kind of sad in it, but everyone else is just whimsical, and there's a lot of things being fulfilled that people have been waiting for forever, which is really great to see. And it sets up an intriguing Season 10, but there's no news on if we're getting that Season 10, so this might be where the series ends, which I'm going to be sad. I mean, RWBY has never been the best franchise in the world, but I've been enjoying it through its up and downs, and I really wanted to see it, you know, actually conclude and, you know, see it get a finale, because so many shows these days don't get the finale. I don't think this is going to either. Sad, but oh well. Then I picked up The Umbrella Academy Season 1 and 2. I love The Umbrella Academy too. I don't know which one's better, The Boys or The Umbrella Academy, but I've been enjoying The Umbrella Academy since it first started. Just a fun cast of characters, an interesting story. I'm a sucker for time travel plots, and this is I got that in a lot of time shenanigans and stuff going on here. I think the Season 1 was phenomenal. I think Season 2 was a step down, but still really good. Season 3 was definitely even more of a step down, but it's still enjoyable. I'm excited to see how this all finishes in Season 4. Let me know what you think. Which one's better, Umbrellas or The Boys? Then I picked up For All Mankind Season 1. This show is slept on so much. It's one of Apple TV's best and one of the best streaming shows going on right now. If you don't know what this is a sci-fi series that takes place in an alternate timeline where the Russians landed on the moon first. And you just kind of see what happens because of that. The first season deals with the fallout of that. Second season skips time a little bit to do more moon stuff. Third season, I think, skips even more to go do Mars stuff. And Season 4 is airing right now, and it's been so good. If you have not watched this, you really should. If you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of drama, if you're just a fan of TV, check this one out. Apple TV in general gets slept on, but this one is definitely not talked about enough. And I'm so happy that they're supporting physical media. I hope all the seasons get released like this. And then the final movie/TV show Blu-ray thing that I picked up was the original Star Trek series in Steelbook. These Steelbooks are super, if I can get one out, are super cool. I love the look of them, and just having the original series on my shelf in this format, I'm excited to, you know, just to own it. And I might be going down a Star Trek binge now, you know, collecting all the Star Trek, but I'm going to need its own separate shelf for that probably, because there's a lot of Star Trek. But yeah, these steelbooks are beautiful, and I'm so happy I got to pick these up on sale. But yeah, that's all the movies that I picked up in the month of November. Yep, November. Let me know what movies you picked up in the month of November. I didn't pick up any pop figures really, except for maybe a Pokemon one or two, but I don't know where I put them. I also didn't really pick up any video games, physical video games. I picked up some in December, but you don't get to see those until January, so joke's on you. And then I picked up a Lego set. So I'm building a Lego set behind me. That's why the background's super messy. I'm building the Avengers Tower. It's currently in production. Let's see if I can show you. There it is, currently in production, being built. So that was like a lot of my money. So, you know, I had to kind of control the spending because of that. But yeah, that's all the stuff that I picked up. Please let me know what you picked up. Please let me know what you like in my collection that I picked up, or something that you're like, why would you ever pick that up? What is wrong with you, Max? Please let me know in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and all just us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And I hope to see you in the next video.